Okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that first video. I don't know what happened. I must have had a connection problem or something. I don't know. But since I'm back now, everything's working out. Okay, let me just look at St. Joseph County, Michigan police scanner. St. Joseph County, Michigan police scanner. Not much is going on. I don't know. I swear I heard double 44 or double 22. Good. It's good to know. Because I thought you wouldn't be able to get it because I've used Blueprint, so I don't know if you would be able to get it or not. But it's good to know you got it. And that menu you should be getting eventually. You should be getting that menu within a couple days. It's good to know that card actually worked. Get out of that. I don't want broccoli. I hate this thing. 23 people listening. Okay. I don't know what was going on. I swear I heard. I think it was double 4, double 3. Just got launched. I gotta get something real quick. Once in a while, whenever. Control 14. Ooh.
It's working, guys. Canceling further station 2 at this time.
Ooh.
Clear any further station 2.
I gotta get my card. Station 2, that's me. I live near Station 2. Wait, Station 2, that's me. I'm Station 2. Yeah, where I live is Station 2. I used to live in Station 9, but yeah, I'm Station 2. I mean, one of these days I'll do a video of that. Okay. It's confusing. We have like 12 stations in this county, but there's one problem though. Okay, you want to hear something funny though? We have 12 stations in this county, but there's no 10. 10 doesn't exist. 10 was going to come out, but 10 actually never came out because of one thing. They didn't have nowhere to put it. Well, at the time, I actually had a proposal I took to the courthouse. They thought it'd be a good idea. This was one problem. Where would they put the station at? Well, they like the idea that there's this little territory called Nottawa. It's a mile from Centerville, but there's nothing there. It's mostly forest. It's mostly a forest area, and I thought they'd have like a little fire department. Two pickup trucks. That's it. Because there's this place with these kids in the Nottawa area with the buses to come. It's funny. Station. Well, that helps us out a lot, actually. Some cities do that. I used to live in station. I used to be a future episode. I will actually tell everyone what each station is. For example, you say that I wanted. Each station uses a number. A coordinate and a number is like for example, you say I wanted a fire engine from have you ever seen my Colon video, the Colon fire video? Colon is station 9. Leonidas station 11. Minden station 12. 7. Now 7 is Sturgis and Tri Township. I don't know where Tri Township is, but Tri Township is in Sturgis. 8's Baroque. Bronson 5. Bronson is not part of their area, but it's a town over. But we used it because they didn't have a lot of truck. But each city around here uses a different number. Like the thing I get mixed up with is Constantine and White Pigeon. Constantine's 4, Pigeon's 5. Okay, and there's a town number 1, Centerville, but after I don't know the numbers, but like I said. Tri Township, I don't know what that is, but like I said, the numbers are confusing after a while. When you live around here for a number of years, it's confusing. Okay, I'm not kidding. Like, I know we're Station 2. I know that for a fact. 3, we have 2 fire departments here. Okay, 3 is Park Fabius, which is weird because Park Township. It's confusing because Park Township is nowhere near. It's confusing though because Park Township. It's nowhere. It's confusing because Park Township, that post zone is Minden, not Three Rivers, but it's kind of connected to each other, so it's confusing. Like Parkville is a park. Half Parkville's property. Half Parkville's Minden, there half of Parkville's Three Rivers. Okay, it's confusing. But yeah, but we have. We have. Wow. Surprising. think it's on. That's on, but is this still broadcasting? Is this still Are we still broadcasting or not? No, we're not. Hate when that happens. St. Joseph County, Michigan police scanner. But I mean, the thing of living here is after a while you get tired of hearing the sirens. I mean, I hear the sirens around here so often it gets boring. When I used to live, you didn't hear the sirens. I mean, you heard them, but when you heard them, it's okay. We know where it's going. But most of the time, I mean, the thing is, we have no ambulances. Okay, where we live, we have no ambulance station. We have something like an ambulance, but not really. The nearest hospital where I used to live was 15 miles away. And now that hospital's actually shutting down, which is surprising. Then that means you have to go an extra mile to Coldwater or travel 33 miles to Three Rivers, where I live. And it's surprising, though, that there's only 2 hospitals in Clark County, and the one's shutting down. And that hospital, the Sturgis Hospital, is kind of important for everyone because the Amish use it too. I mean, half the county's Amish. I mean, I'm not kidding. Look at my phone. Look at the county phone book. If you look at my county phone book, for example, if you look at the phone book, for example, half the phone, there's like at least 2 pages of Yoder on it. I mean, when I used to use the phone book a lot, my name was actually up. I mean, my last name, confusing, but my last name, the family's last name was actually on top of the phone book. There's 2. I mean, the 3 people in my county that have my last name. 2 of them lived in one place, then one lived in White Pigeon. Thing is, now there's one in each city now. But the county phone book, that county has almost a whole page full of just Yoder. And I'm not kidding. Yoder's a real popular name in this area. Wait a second, please. I want to see. I'm going to ask a question real quick. I'll be back in a second. Hey, Mom.
Central 617. 6210. Perfect 10 is silent on 10-8. That's great.
That's what I meant. I might be going to this place called Yoder's, which is a real popular place here in town. But yeah, but that's pretty surprising. The question is, where do you get the water from? That's my question. Because when that big fire we had, that I actually have an older video when it actually happened. They actually had to close down school. I'm not kidding, because if you live in a little towny like village, that water tower we have where I live, it's just a lawn ornament. There's no water in it. I mean, if you live in small communities, like the water tower in the village of Colon, the water tower is just an ornament. There's no water in the tower at all. I mean, it's just a well. We have a well. Water tower is just a big old ornament, okay? Some cities just have water towers just like where you live in. That's what it is, just an ornament. There's no water in it. But we have a lot of lakes around there, but if you get a sky view of it, you'll see that why they call it that, because of the lakes. I see we have an interviewer on, too. I'd like to know who that is. Whoever else watching, can you please tell me who you are? I know it's not my equipment doing it, but yeah. But, there's just, not kidding, fire is not that, fire is just surprising what happens, but, question though, did you get that rain? Right, so we have a lot of water trucks, and we have a couple, I don't know how many we had, but, we only have a handful of hydrants, but we have this truck 941 has this tool on it, and there's these and a couple places in the village we have these big gold pipes built out. You take them off, put this filter in there, and you can suck water directly out of the lake. That's how we usually filter our water up. A lot of water trucks due to wow. I bet it's a lot of mud. Lots of mud. Right? That's a lot of mud. Wait. Jefferson. Oh, that's just wait. Jefferson, that's not far from here. That's just up the road. Wait, Jefferson? Right, Jefferson. Oh, I don't know. That's that. That's just up the road. Jefferson. Oh, that's just up the road. Jefferson's not far from here. Jefferson Street's not that far from here, I don't think. I can't remember. I can't think well. I live in District 2, so I don't know where Jefferson... yeah. Here used to rain. I mean, here used to rain, snow, ice. Wow. Wow. I mean, we get a lot of wrecks up here, too. I mean, most of the week, jackknives up here. One time on the Water Channel, they had they showed an episode, showed an accident happened in my state. I think it was a couple years ago. A truck filling with fireworks exploded on the interstate. I don't know if it was Interstate 94 or it was US 131, but it was on the Water Channel, which is surprising. It was also on the front page of YouTube. Yeah, Fox affiliate WXMI had it on YouTube. Front page of YouTube, WXMI Fox 17 had it on front page of YouTube. I mean, that has been one of the worst car wrecks in the state so far, if I know of, besides, I mean, you always hear about slide-offs, accidents. I mean, a basic slide-off and stuff you hear all the time. I mean, the slide-offs, you hear, all the time you hear about slide-offs. I mean, the road report, that's what it is. An accident, slide-off, or construction work. That's all you hear about Michigan. Mostly it's slide-offs, and, imbeciles that don't know what they're doing. Yeah, well, you gotta think that was a couple years ago, so it's hard to remember. But, yeah, it was on the Water Channel. I mean, it was on the Water Channel. I mean, if you live in Michigan or you live anywhere in the Midwest, anywhere it gets snow, make sure you know what you're doing, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can end up in problems. Like if you ever heard what the Water Channel says about if you get caught in snow, do what they say, do it. The thing is, though, there's something the Water Channel doesn't tell you to do, though. But you need to do this one thing, though. Which, I think you're right, 131. I'm not really sure, because we get so many accidents around here, it's not funny. And actually, I live like a couple blocks from 131, actually. I actually live right next. I live hop a skip from State Highway 86, which is one of the smallest state highways in the state. They're actually not that big, actually. The thing is, though, there is something you need to know, though. If you did get caught in the snow, you do need to do one thing, though. If it does happen, okay, if you do get caught in the snow and you do leave your car running, you do have to do one thing, though. So make sure you know you're exhausted. When you buy a car, you know how people always tell you look for your. I mean, I don't know if people do still do it, but when my mother bought her car, bought one of her cars, and I put my hand next to the muffler. I mean, some people do that. I don't remember you don't do that, but you can actually. I mean, it's a trick that some people know how to do it. But when you buy, man, what did you do today? Not much, just did stuff. But in wintertime, and you do have a car, it has snow. Make sure if you warm the car up before you even start your car up. I mean, when you buy a car, you know where your exhaust is. That's what's really important, because before you start your car up from wintertime, I mean, you can start up before you do anything else. Before you shovel, I mean, people say first thing you shovel out is the door. Well, that's right. Shovel the door, get your car warmed up, and then go to. That's bad. They tell you to do this one thing. The thing you need to do is shovel out your exhaust. If you shovel the door, shovel your exhaust.
1 response 23401 River Run Road. 23401 River Run Road. Ottawa Township have a large leaf pile on fire in the roadway, no one around. Clear to anybody.
Ooh, Centerville. That's Station 1. They said Nottawa. They should have a station in Nottawa. They do not. So, if this fires Centerville is not a real big fire department, they might call Nottawa to help them out. They might call Nottawa. Well, Nottawa's not a fire department, right? That's why Nottawa needs a little one for it. But if it's saying that means they're going to have to call Minden to help them out, because the only fire department around there besides Centerville's us and Minden, that's about it. Being Nottawa's about a mile from Centerville, which means there's no fire department in Ottawa, so that sucks. Wait, what?
9910.
I know. I can't wait. I want to see that. Actually, the Ford Bronco.
Signal 10, I'll be going tonight. That's clear.
I mean, I don't know the codes that well because each state's different, each county's different. But yeah, actually, I actually want to see. Actually, they should have never stopped making the Bronco. The Bronco was one of the best things they built. But I have heard from people. I have from a colleague of mine from Ford actually has told me they're going to put it in the Bronco. And I told them, if you're going to put that in the Bronco, why? I told him, hey, if you're going to put some of the Bronco, put a V8. He said they're going to take the Raptor engine and put the Bronco. The Raptor engine is a V6. Yeah, the Ford Bronco is coming back, though, that I do know of. I do know that from a colleague of mine at Ford did tell me the Bronco is going back in production. They're having one problem, though, which he actually has the hardest part. He said, I don't know what I should do. I told him, well, he gets to design the grill for the new. He gets to design the front end for the new Ford Bronco. I told him, hey, I got an idea. Go back to the '60s. Go back to the early version of the grill. I should get. We'll turn it down a little bit.
One response to 23401 River Run Road, 23401 River Run Road, Ottawa Township between Angevine and River Run Point. For a huge repile on fire. You're at the roadway. Here's some mailboxes. Your second zone time of 21:21.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. We're Run Road.
0100 Cheyenne service. Break other station 1 unit. You are welcome.
Uh-oh. Ew, crap. I know, but the Ford Bronco the Ford Raptor has a V6. Yeah. I might want to tell you something. What they're saying and where that location is, Nottawa doesn't have much, but they do have a couple things, okay? They have a lumberyard, a couple schools, a gas station, a post office, a bank, and a couple churches, and a golf course. I just hope River Run Road's nowhere near the gas station, or we're going to have kaboom. And that kaboom could be felt from here, from there to here. And again, it could be felt from here. Because there was a big kaboom a few years ago in the Colon area, and everyone felt it from Leonidas felt it. City of Leonidas felt it. Because the city of Leonidas is like 7 miles from Colon. And even I felt it. And I was in Colon at the time. How far is the fire? About 6, I would say about 6-7 miles from here. Centerville's about 5. I mean, I have a sign like a couple feet for maybe I can walk down a couple feet to find that sign, and it'll say Centerville 5 miles. And I don't know how big the village of Centerville is, but take M86 straight through Centerville, and if you leave Centerville, a couple clicks like a mile later, if you leave the village limit of Centerville, is Nottawa. Nottawa is like a little. It's nothing. It's like a little territory. I don't know, 6. I think maybe 6-7 miles from here, maybe 8. I'm not really sure, but the Centerville Fire Department, it's a small fire department. They, I don't know how far I actually live from Nottawa. I have to look that up, but I actually know a guy actually ran. I mean, I have this friend of mine named Mr. Wright. He actually can run from here to Centerville, to Nottawa, and back. Okay? He actually ran one time from here to Minden, which is like Minden's over 15 miles away from here, okay? Minden's over 15 miles away from here. He ran there, ran back. This guy's nuts. He doesn't know if he can ride. I told him, hey, if you want to do that, run in Custer County, it's going to be about, like, for example, you want to run from here to Colon, that's about 33 miles. About 33 miles. I mean, he said, could you do it? No. Please. You will see me do it. But I mean, so you get to the Centerville area, there's a lot of horse and buggies. I mean, from Centerville, when you get to the village of Centerville, you see a lot of horse and buggies around there. You see a lot of horse and buggies in Colon. And Actually, I'm not kidding. Okay. Holy. That's all right. Like I said, the thing is though, this is the funny thing about okay, and Nato has a lot of horse and buggies too, but this is the funny thing. Okay, you can go to like Walmart in Sturgis or they'll actually you can actually see a horse tied up at Walmart in the corner or in Colon the horse there. 111. Ooh, that's their Ford pickup. 111. That's a Ford pickup truck. That's a Ford pickup truck they're talking about. It's just a basic Ford pickup truck, okay, with fire equipment in the back of it. It's just what it is. Just is that. Yeah, but wait, that's just a basic truck. That thing doesn't have a gun on it, so that thing could. Okay, if you can let the 111's go in there, then they don't have to worry about 111. 111 is your basic pickup, one of your basic Ford pickup trucks with the like late 80s, early 90s. I don't know. Maybe I can find it in this book here. I got here in trucks because I actually seen 111 before, and 111's not that fancy. Let's see here. Ford 178. So I swear there's a picture of that truck. It's 111 actually in here. Close in. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's not exactly this truck, not exactly this brown one right here. Not exactly like that brown one, but that's what 111 looks like from Cerebral. That looks just like that a little bit, almost. Something like that. And the only difference is it has lights on it, and it's red, and it says 111 on the fender. That's it. It's an F-150 or F-250, but that truck is quite fast. I mean, I actually have seen that truck before in person at the county fair at the Demolition Derby. They're actually there. They actually have to be there. The thing is, though, the thing that's bad about that is, though, I actually used to work for the fire department, actually, a little bit. I used to work for the Colon Volunteer Fire Department. I mean, it's the thing, though. Most of the fire departments in the county I live in are all volunteer. All the fire departments are not volunteer.
Station 1, for man with 5.
Ooh, they're calling Constantine. Right? That's 411. Thing is, though, where I live, I think I live at, Sturgis and Three Rivers are full-time, okay? But every rest of the fire departments in this county are all volunteer. All volunteer. I'm not kidding. Actually, no. Actually, Colin does have a full-time fireman. The chief. Most of all the firemen here, all the firemen in this county besides Sturgis and Three Rivers are full-time. But I actually did some work before the fire department. Actually, one of the fire engines they have there actually sells the bars to go on the back. I mean, I have wore the equipment. That equipment is heavy and uncomfortable. I'm not kidding you. I actually wore the equipment one time. Actually, works for fire department. Actually got to wear the equipment. Actually got to use stuff, and that stuff is heavy. We're talking about 100 pounds worth of equipment here. The only thing you need to know is, though, I wasn't with an oxygen mask. I didn't have to wear that. I was one of the guys that wouldn't have to wear that stuff because I'd be the one staying out operating the truck and the hydrant, okay? The hard part, if you wear the oxygen mask and you wear the oxygen equipment, the oxygen stuff in the tank is extra 20, 25 pounds, and I don't wear that stuff. I don't have to wear that stuff. I mean, I still have to wear the gear like everyone else wears. I just don't have to put the oxygen tank on because I don't go inside. My job's real important. My job, I don't go into buildings. I don't have to go to the building I actually had worked for a while, so for a little bit, so for a couple months, so I know how bad it is. But there was one time that we almost. I did something that we're not supposed. There was one time I got yelled at for doing something I shouldn't have did, but I had to do it. One time.
The owner's requesting shears. That's a negative. I didn't get anything on my end. So they're requesting shears, all 4 flat. They're going to need a flat bed. There's rollover damage. That's cool. We'll give it a
Ooh, flatbeds. Ooh. That means they called the towing company. It looks like they called one of the towing companies around here. 4110. 4110.
4110, go ahead. Gonna be watching for the Meadow Lane with Michigan David Queen Boy, 4233, DQB 4233.
Oh, that's a police car.
That's great.
It sounds like it was one of the police. It sounds like one of the police units. It's I don't know what that one goes to, but yeah, I actually was a fireman for a while. Yeah, I mean, some places around here, if they're volunteer, they don't get paid. I mean, I was one of the few people who actually did get paid. Not because I was a volunteer, but I got paid for one reason. I would actually. I mean, not many people wanted to. I mean, I was maybe one of the few guys that wanted to do did maintenance on the truck. You know, put oil in them, change the oil in them. I mean, the only person. I mean, if you do that, you actually get paid to do the maintenance of the truck. That's what me and someone else usually do the maintenance of the truck, which I was glad. One time we didn't know it, and it wasn't our fault. It wasn't our fault. There was a problem with one of the trucks, and each truck you work on, you're supposed to fill out paperwork so you know what truck you did what with. One truck I did not work on. I mean, that truck. I mean, I got yelled at for something I didn't do. That never happened over here, but I know what you're saying. Yeah. One time I got yelled at for something I did not do because I didn't service that vehicle. I don't service the brush. I mean, we have two trucks. They had two trucks in Colin that are brush trucks. I don't service those trucks. We have a garage in town and service them. So I couldn't get yelled at for that because I didn't service it. I mean, the pickup trucks that we had a garage service them. The other trucks, we serviced ourselves. We did it ourselves.
Central 4110, they moved on. I'll be 10.
4110. I don't know.
4110.
I don't know what that one is based off of it there. They yelled at me for servicing a truck I didn't service. I didn't service that truck at all. The only thing I did was check the oil. That's all I did. It was good on oil. That's all I did. I popped the hood up, checked the oil, wiped it off. The oil's good. Checked out the fluids. That's it. I didn't put nothing in them. Didn't do nothing else. They just tell us. I wrote down what I checked out. I checked the fluids. And that's it. Well, a couple months, and I really didn't actually have to do much. I was actually the one. Usually out back operating. I was usually operating the truck. But one time we actually had a fire that was so far away from a hydrant, and we didn't have a lot of water. We used pretty much all the water in the truck. I literally took one of the trucks that had no water left in it, went to a pond, hooked up our we have this thing we can suck up water with, hooked up to the hose, threw it in this lake. I don't remember if it was what lake exactly it was. Started sucking water. I said, "We're sucking lake water." You put the filter in it, right? Yes. Hey, and one of the guys, hey, I can't find the filter. Tyler's using it. Oh, okay. Okay. What do you mean he's using it? I need a filter. I'm going to who put this hose in? Tyler did. Oh, good. Thank goodness, because we're almost out of water. And that water came, that kind of helped. But the thing was, though, a few months. So I was with the fire department for. I mean,
You can show us on scene. We have a leak pile on the edge of the road. Is that what you're going to do about it? But we'll check it out.
Thing was, what was it? Nah, actually, the biggest fire that it wasn't even really that big. I mean, it was a house on fire. That's all I ever did was a house on fire. I mean, that fire was pretty big to call Leonidas Station 11 because that fire was kind of confusing where it technically was. It was technically on the township borderline. Each township in this county owns a 35 square mile radius. Now, this is confusing because part of coal and fire area is confusing because part of it is Leonidas. Part of it touches Leonidas. Part of it touches Baroque. A good chunk of it touches Baroque. Okay. Thing is, though, the biggest fire that I worked in is a house fire. Nothing. The only way I really had to worry about was there was a propane tank next to it. The only way I really had to worry about. The thing was, though, the person who was in the house didn't survive. Okay, the person didn't survive. cause of fire. Cause of fire was unknown. They still don't know how the fire actually happened. Due to later reports, they found out how the fire actually happened, and we figured out later on they found out how the fire happened. House was pretty old to call on fire. It was a malfunctioning transformer, I think, or a malfunctioning phone line. Because the lady still used a landline, so we classify it as a faulty electrical wire or a faulty telephone wire that burst into flame. That's the only biggest fire I actually fought. But the Colon fire, I was already out of the fire department. But when that fire hit, I was already done. I was done with the fire department. The biggest fire that we had, the biggest fire was that bar fire in Colon. It destroyed the bar in the real estate office. At that time, I was done working for the fire department. I stopped working for the fire department by then. I still was there doing. I was no longer a fireman, but I was still there servicing the truck. All I did was service the trucks. Yeah, that's something we don't like. Okay, that's one thing it sucks about mobile homes. We have a couple of those around here, but that's the thing that sucks about mobile homes. They burn real quick because they're built real cheaply. But we have a couple of those. They had a couple of those, but nothing I really had to worry about. Here where I live, I don't have to worry about that because I don't work for this fire department. I just work, like I said, for the Colon Fire Department. But like I said, I still worked for the fire department for years still. Even when I was working for the police, I still worked for the fire department. I was their mechanic. I didn't go over and do fires anymore. I just serviced the truck. Still. I quit being a fireman, but they said, hey, we don't want you quit servicing the trucks because you do such a good job. One time, me and my friend thought it'd be funny to do a prank to the chief. One time, me and my friend said, me and one of the guys said, hey, you just prank the chief. Do Grizzo. What do you mean? We have that fire. We have the chief's Jeep out there. You know how and it was painted like an army Jeep. Well, just up in army clothes. Okay. We have you under the Jeep sleeping. It's April. No, come on. It's only it's 70 degrees outside. Come on, be funny. Since it's 70 degrees, okay. Went up there, spent half an hour not freezing, but saying okay, and saying, and my friend was, the guy was saying, hey, come on, something's wrong. Who's under the Jeep? Grizzo. Who's great? Wait, Grizzo's dead. No, he isn't. He's right there. Who are you? Hey, Colonel, your Jeep's a piece of Colonel, Jeep's a piece of crap. And my friend actually owned this old army Jeep. Fire chief actually owned this old army Jeep, and we had a gearbox there. I put one of those bubblegum cigars in my mouth, which I don't smoke. We put it in my mouth, and I was like, and I pulled the. Yeah, it's shot. The Jeep's shot. We bust up laughing and stuff. He started busting up laughing. We bust up both of us laughing, and I said that wasn't funny.
Central, this being no transport for us. Patient refusal. Patients with the sheriff's deputy now. All three units to be cleared.
I'm not gonna tell my age because technically I can't do nothing with you. Anderson, I cannot do nothing for you. I cannot do nothing technically because that's underage. He's like, yeah, she is crazy, and she be very careful what she said because technically I could actually get in trouble for that because I'm not supposed to talk about any of that stuff. So, Anderson, be careful what you put on here because some of the stuff I do put on here, I do have my cousin who lives on the other side of the state. I should say, wait. I have kids that watch my videos sometimes too. I have relatives that watch my videos too, so be careful, you guys put on here because they do read this. Yeah, she was crazy. Well, she's off, so that's good. She's crazy. Yeah, she was crazy. Okay, that's good to know. But like I said, this person. I do some crazy stuff. Okay. Okay, looks like the fire's out. Sounds like the fire's out. That's good. But yeah, I do weird stuff. Yeah, I know. Some people. Mr. Ganderman, he had a problem a while back. The other day, Mr. Ganderman had a problem too. Some guy was saying stuff you don't say on his channel. And I took care of him. I kind of took care of him. I told him, let me take care of the problem for you. So what are you going to do? I'll take care of it. Took care of it for him. Figured out where this guy lived. Called the local police, told him that he was took care of it. Figured out where he was living. Called the police saying, hey, we have a person named this doing harassment on the internet during a special live for someone trying to do something nice for the community, and they took care of it. He got a nice little surprise, and I found a way to block him from ever tapping into my live stream or his live stream again. I didn't tell him I found a way to get rid of that problem, but if someone taps into his live stream again, he told me it's like 70 different names and stuff, but yeah, people are nuts. I mean, if people are going to say inappropriate stuff on this channel, I'll find a way to block you, because I know how. I mean, I'm learning how to do this thing, but I can block you. I mean, I don't usually block people. I'll block people once in a while. But yeah, you should get that menu in a few days, because I did send it out there. I did send it out earlier, so you should have that menu within a few days. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, the biggest one I ever fought was just a little house, basic house fire in the middle of nowhere. But that's about all I ever fought. I mean, the biggest fire that I do know we ever had was that bar fire, which is actually in the video. Actually, is in a video. And besides that, I already I had peanut butter. That's all I had. I had a peanut butter sandwich for lunch. But I still haven't drunk my drink yet. This has no alcohol. This is 100% legal. I do not. I mean, I'm over the age to drink, but I don't drink. I mean, in front of me, we're talking. I had peanut butter or something, you could say. Me and my buddy were goofing off. I mean, a few years ago, Inside Edition did this thing called Smoking Alcohol, and before even I knew if I ever get my hands on each channel, I want to do that kind of subject. But if you're going to smoke something, smoke a cigarette. Smoke something with tobacco in it. You want to drink something? Drink it. Don't smoke the alcohol. Because I think, if I'm right, drinking is one thing, and smoking is one thing. If you do both, don't do both at the same time, or you're going to spontaneously, or you can actually do something. Actually, if you actually smoke and drink, if you smoke and drink, you can maybe spontaneously combust. I'm not kidding. That actually has happened a few times. I mean, which it's confusing though, because reports of that actually happening, it's kind of confusing because that does happen, and that has been confusing. I mean, one time there was a guy that started to do that. He actually found a way. He put the fire out himself. I mean, drunk water or something, got rid of it, then went straight to the hospital because he wanted to know what was going on with him. They couldn't find out what happened. Wow, it's still raining there. It's not raining here at all. It was sprinkling this morning, but that's about it. But it's not raining here yet. Well, if you came here right now, you see nothing. I mean, I'll tell you one thing though. People don't.
7531, you copy a drive off from Michelle. Be from Michelle, Centerville, 201 East Main. 201 East Main. Make contact with Hannah or Michelle.
Not again.
And a drive off at approximately 2100 hours. Customer prepaid $4 and drove off for a total of $36.69. Suspect left your driver's license number. I'll put the return in the narrative.
Not again. I hate when that happens. Shells don't leave by gas. I mean, counts where you live. I mean, you live around there. I mean, around places around here, you don't do that. You can't drive off your fuel because you'll get yelled at. I mean, there's two places in this county. I know you could pump first, then pay. I know a few places around here. There's some communities that if you are local, they know you pump first, then pay, which a lot of places don't really. I mean, counts on where you live. You live like where I lived in. So if you live in a small community and you're local, you're not driving off you can't drive off because you usually pump your gas and pay for it. That's what I usually did. But today people can pump it, pay off, run away before they pay your gas, which is stupid. I mean, there is one community I know that if you don't have the money to pay for your gas, as long as you pay for it eventually, that'll be fine. Or you do a couple hours. I mean, this is one place I know of that. This one town, that you actually could get gas for free, but you have to work. You have to do some work at the store for a few hours a day, or work there for a few days. Which that's not a bad deal. What? Oh, baby. I'm staying on. Come here, you. Oh, my baby. Oh. What's wrong, Dad? Huh? What's wrong, my baby, huh? What's wrong, my baby boy, huh? I know it's crazy. Ooh. Ooh, how's my baby doing, huh? How's my baby boy doing? Huh? Mwah, mwah, mwah. I know I'm a crazy person. Okay, I'll let you down. There you go. I don't know if that's my baby boy or my baby girl. I can't tell. She's getting. I don't know who. I think that's Matt. Wait, who are you, Max? I think that's Max. Can't tell. Too dark in here to tell. What? You actually. Yeah, but I usually pump my gas and pay for it. Because some vehicles, you don't know how much gas they need, and some communities like where I used to live, our gas pumps didn't have the credit card machine in them. No, you actually had. I mean, usually when I got gas, I just pumped for it. The box inside and paid for it. The funny thing is, though, I mean, it counts where you live, because some communities you do that. I mean, if it's a real small community, you did that, because where I used to live, the population was like 1,200, a little over 1,200 people live there year round. 2 gas stations, 2 garages, 1 grocery store, one dollar store, and 1 bar. We actually had it was 1 bar and a couple of this and little that, but we had everything we needed. I mean, if you need, we had 2 banks, a library, post office, a pharmacy, a couple of this and little that. I mean, we had everything we needed. I mean, we had a couple diners there, but I mean, the thing is, though, we also had it's weird though. We had 3 barber. I think we had 2 or 3. We had like 2 or 3 barber shops in that little village of mine, and it was only 1.7 miles long. And it's weird. We had 2 schools. We had elementary school, which was K through 6th grade. Then we had high school. 300 kids go to high school year round. That's it. 300 kids just went to high school. But the thing that they're real famous for is still today's basketball and football. We do not. I mean, basketball we suck at, but football, Colin never lost at. We always won a lot of football games. I know what you mean, but I'm not kidding. The thing is, though, the thing about Village of Colin was. Thing is, though, people don't understand me when I tell them what you need to have in the city. Well, if I'm going to live in a community, it has to have a couple things that I would like to have. Okay, it has to have. Okay.
10-4. Just saw it. My apologies.
Okay.
You're good. Thanks.
Some things that community needs to have for me to live there is have my bank, have a gas station or corner store that I can go to, have a library, have a barber shop, and a grocery store. If I would live there. But if you don't have a library, I'm not going there. We have a huge. Wow. I mean, we only have one team. We usually have 1 or 2 teams. We only have 1 team. I'm not kidding. I mean, you gotta think some of the teams in this county. You don't want to break you can't break some of our teams. I mean, this county alone. I don't watch sports like I used to anymore. I do sports, but I'm not kidding. I mean, any team that you go for to play, you're doing something right watching them, because some teams. I'm not kidding. I mean, back in the 80s, our school got some pretty good championships back where I used to live back in the 80s. I mean, a lot of school. I mean, a lot of things have changed over the years, but I mean, not a lot of things will change. But I'm just telling you, a lot of things have changed over the years. I mean, some schools keep the school spirit up. I mean, some schools are. I mean, the biggest high school I ever saw. Okay, seriously, I actually been to a college before. Okay, I actually have been to two universities. I actually been to Notre Dame before. I actually been on the campus of Notre Dame for a soccer game, and I also been to CMU a few times, Central Michigan University a few times as well. They're pretty fun places to go to. It's just at CMU you got to be real careful because those cops don't take tricks. I'm not kidding you off the bat. They don't take tricks. I mean, I asked if I can go out and get some air. They said, sure. Go outside and get some air, saying, hey, you're not supposed to be out here. Yes, I am. It's 1 o'clock. I'm just out here getting some air. Say, you know, if you're out here any longer, you're getting arrested. I told him, you cannot arrest me. He said, yes, we can. What's your ID? Show my ID. He said, well, you're a long way from home. How about we call an airport? How about I call an airplane to pick you home? No. I'm here for. Then I showed him something else. Said, oh, sorry. You're here. Oh, you're supposed to be here for the weekend. Oops, sorry. I actually didn't get a chance to go to that dome, but I actually was on the premises. Yeah, I mean, it was cool being at Notre Dame. I mean, it was pretty cool to be there. I mean, it was neat. Besides, it was more of a charity game, and they were raising. I don't forget what the charity game was for, but Boy Scouts got in there for free. I mean, if you're a Boy Scout, you got in the game for free. That's what's funny about it. You had to show them. I mean, back when I was Boy Scouts, okay, it was fun. I mean, that was over. That was over. That was like 15. That was like over 15. It was like, well, how long ago? Over 15 years ago. When I was in Boy Scout. 15. Wow, that long ago. 15 years ago. But yeah, it was cool being on the University of Notre Dame. Actually, I'm actually originally from Niles, Michigan. So Niles is right okay. Selby, Indiana is where the University of Notre Dame is. Okay, Niles, Michigan is practically on the state line. Niles Branding Lines on the state line of Notre Dame. There is two problems though about living in South Bend, living in the Niles area. The biggest problem you have to worry about is make sure if Notre Dame's playing a game, if it's a home game, you don't cross the state line at all. You stay on this side of the state. You stay on the Michigan state line, okay? Because you cross the state line, down towards a certain road, it's hell. You can't get out of there. It's hell. But it was nice being at Notre Dame because I cannot believe I was actually at Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame. I mean, actually, a few of my friends I knew when they were in elementary school. They said, "Where college would you like to go to?" And everyone in my class said Notre Dame. How about you? I said State, and everyone was saying, "You want to go to Lansing?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" Everyone else, and there's this other guy I know. It said he wanted to go to U of M, which is in Ann Arbor, which is further away. But a couple of my buddies actually went to U of M. A couple of my guys, actually, a good chunk of my friends actually did go to college. Me, I haven't went to college yet, but I'm eventually going to go to college. But go to college I can actually afford. It's cheaper because, I mean, go to community college. It's easier to go to. I mean, that's what I would do. The heck? What the heck is that? Not again. Okay. What the heck is that? Okay. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, but, I mean, that was, like I said, 15 years ago. I mean, if I can go back to the University of Notre Dame, that'd be nice. I mean, go back to any university. I heard a friend of mine actually stayed. Actually, I heard from these guys over 15 years. I only hear from one friend of mine still. And the funny thing is, though, my friend had this idea. I mean, an old friend of mine I haven't seen over 50. I mean, I still see this old friend of mine. Go check out my friends think I'm dead. Actually, go check out friends of mine back in elementary school think I'm dead. We told them I died in a car crash, and they actually believed it. And the thing is, where you at? And he told them Ukraine. He told him Ukraine. I don't know what he said. He said I died in a car crash in Ukraine or Russia, somewhere there. A dump truck smashed back into my car. I died instantly from the impact. The thing was though, my friend, he's keeping this thing up because a lot of people didn't actually like me at all when I was younger. No one actually liked me. Thing is, what actually, a couple people actually tried figuring out why I went to Russia, and because a lot of people didn't like me. That's why I did it for. But I loved fourth grade was nice. Actually, fifth grade was actually. My grades sucked. Okay, but when I moved up here when I started fifth grade, my grades actually went up. My mom was surprised. My grades went up 100%. The only thing that sucked. The only thing is that when I was younger, my grades sucked. Okay, I failed practically everything. I probably passed math. The only thing I passed the only thing I could pass was art and history. That's the only thing I actually passed, art and history. Okay, fourth grade, only art and history. But when I moved to this new village, my grades went up on everything. Everything, my grades went up. I got the honor roll 3 quarters in a row. I got the honor roll. First quarter I didn't get the honor roll, but the rest of 4 quarters of fifth grade, I got the honor roll. My grades were great, and my mother was surprised. Thank you though. But I did fail. There's something I always did fail worse than anything else. Okay, I still failed today. The one class I always did fail, which I could not help failing that one. Okay, was always typing. I always failed typing. I started learning typing in 2nd grade. I failed it. I failed it every single year. I failed it. I can never beat it. Still today, I fail it. But there actually is maybe a work I can maybe try breaking. I was looking through some old paperwork and found this old piece of paper my grandfather had saying that I had in 2nd grade. And trust me, I didn't like it that much. I failed it. The thing is, though, there is one thing, though, that I like to try break. There is a world record I think I can maybe try breaking. But there's this guy who actually, I'm trying to figure out how that is feasible. There's this guy typed 100 letters in a minute with an old-fashioned World War II typewriter. I actually have one of those right over here. Let me show you real quick. I need to give me a ribbon for it, but right there, that's a Royal typewriter imported from the country of Holland, the Netherlands. It's the 1970s. I would use it, but the ribbon in it's bad, so I have to get me a new ribbon. I like typing. Typing typewriters is pretty cool because the ink's cheaper and stuff. You just have to get some ribbons for that thing, which ribbons for that thing is a nightmare to get. I'm just going to tell you, it's a nightmare to get ribbons for that thing because they make you buy in bulk, and that costs a lot of money. I also have another typewriter, not with me in here right now, but that types in cursive, then the arms are cursive. You can get one of those typewriters, change the disc, and put cursive disc in it, but yeah. The thing is, though, there's this guy that's supposed to have typed over 100 letters in a minute with a WW2 typewriter, which back in the old days, from until World War II, they used Royals. I had a typewriter in my closet there from 1920s. That is a Royal. If I had the money or I knew someone could fix a typewriter, I'd actually send it over there and get it fixed. Get back to the clean brand spanking new and use it. The typewriter's broken, but if I knew someone could fix it for me, or someone that can maybe get restored or get it back in working order, and had the money, I'd get that thing fixed, working order, and start using it right this minute. Me neither. I always still typing class, but actually, I never had to do it again until 7th grade. When I got back to 7th grade, I had to do typing class, and actually, my typing still sucked. But at least, the thing was, though, the teacher was surprised, though, that when they told me to look up this thing, I couldn't use certain things. They'd give us some paperwork, and they told us to look up these things. I did look up these things they told us to look up. Thing was, though, I was on a website the teacher didn't know existed. It wasn't Jeeves. It wasn't Wikipedia. It was a website that I kind of knew about a few years prior. And it was a website that no one hardly heard of. And I guess actually they had just to look up this one person. No one knew who it was. I said, "You want to look up that guy?" I was laughing. Tyler, who's that? And I technically didn't finish school. After 7th grade, I got transferred February of 2007, they switched me to a different school that could help with my education because I was struggling in school. In February 2007, they switched me to a different school that would help me with my classes, which actually worked out perfectly. But I think some things that people do these days are nuts. But me, I do whatever I do. I don't type that much at all. I usually just do the 2-finger thing. There was this one guy that I was reading about actually does art with a typewriter. And I don't know what this guy's name is, but this guy does art with a typewriter, which I'm thinking, how can that be happening? I don't understand how he doesn't destroy the ribbon. That's what I'm trying to find out, how he doesn't destroy the ribbon. I looked it up, and the person he's in a nursing home, but the thing is, though, his family owns the nursing home, so that was kind of interesting to find out. But yeah, this guy makes art with a typewriter, which I thought was pretty interesting to find out. But the teacher and someone at school said, "Can you do that, Tyler?" I said, "No, I don't want to do. I think that hurt the ribbon." And they're agreeing with me. Yeah, I told them I would never do that. I'm afraid I'm going to hurt the ribbon if I did that. And a couple of kids at school, a couple of my friends understood that. You're right, that would hurt the ribbon. Kids do that. Okay, but yeah, I do anything I want to do practically. I type. I used to type a lot, but with the typewriter being right now kaput, right now I can't do anything with it. But when I get the chance to if I ever get that old, actually, I'm going to bring that typewriter out real quick so you can see it. I think it's a 1926 Royal Port. It's a Royal Port table. Actually, no, I'm not going to bring it out right now. Do you own? Yeah, I own a few typewriters. I own a IBM, a Brother, What's Electric. I own this old metal thing right here, which is a Royal typewriter from 1970. I own a Narrow typewriter. I have a Narrow typewriter. Okay, that was different. I own a few typewriters actually. Do you own? Yeah, I own a couple. I own a German typewriter up in the porch up front, which I don't use because I don't have room for it. And
last unit parameter completely covered in static.
And that typewriter I can't use because can't find a ribbon for it. I have this old typewriter called Olympic. It's from Germany, but year unknown. I called every single place I could think of it.
54, 62, 59, signal 5.
I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm turning the radio off. I was wondering if it was Daniels. But yeah, I have a few typewriters. I have a few typewriters. I got like 5 or something. Now, people like me are picky at what they use, okay? You know how you're picky for like a favorite brand of candy bar or something? That's what you have to be with typewriters, okay? Me, I would take a handful. I would take certain typewriters, okay? I'm not picky what typewriters I use, okay? You can buy a brand new typewriter at like the Office Max, Office Depot. I have the exact same model here. You can buy it at the office for like $120. $120 at the local Office Depot or Office Max. You can buy exactly the same model I have. A slightly updated model I have for that price, and buy 2 ribbons for like $11 for that typewriter. Yeah, I own a few typewriters. I actually own a couple. I actually own a lot of typewriters. But a couple of typewriters I'm not going to bring out because they're. I will bring out that one Royal, but that's it because I'm not going to because I don't want to move the computer that much. I'll get that Royal typewriter out for 1926 real quick. Okay, where is that behemoth darling? Oh, there you are. Oh, now why do I put you up here? Oh yeah, you stink like hell. That's why. Someone offered me $50. Now, women are stupid. I mean, some women are stupid these days. This thing is over 100 years old, almost 100 years old, and some woman almost offered me a few $100 for the thing to turn into jewelry. Now, this type is shot to hell. It doesn't work anymore. But 1926 was a good year. This is the original cover. Let me turn the light on. I don't know if this is the original cover. Came with it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it still says. You can't really see it on the camera, but it does say Royal on there. This is the original cover. Came with. I did look. This is a photo. This is old. It fell apart. It's broken. But this stinks like hell. 1926 Royal Port Table. Now this table, like I said, it's broken. Okay, it's broken. But at least the lock still works. Okay. Now I'm gonna do some quick for you. It's broken. The slider busted on it. But see that right there? This is Royal. Right there is on top of the case. Now this thing fell apart, so I like to get this thing repaired, but it's broken. The space where nothing happens. I mean, if you know a person can restore typewriters, you do it for a cheap budget, I'd be happy because this is a port table. I mean, it's in broken condition. It was made in New York City, so that's good. I mean, first typewriter I actually owned was a cheap one, and it was Chinese, and it was crap. Second typewriter I owned was electric. That thing was a piece of crap as too. Look at this backward count. I'll tell you what happened. This. I mean, over the years I own typewriters. I know which ones are good brands, which ones are bad brands, which ones you should buy, which ones you should not buy. I don't know, a few years now. I don't know how long, but I've been using typewriters for over 10 years now. I mean, they're cheaper than a printer. I have this printer that I can't even use. I try using it, can't use it. I think the typewriters are nice. I mean, they work. The only problem with the typewriters is when the ribbon dries out. That typewriter, the old one I showed you, I like to get repaired because it's broken. I mean, I have an IBM. I have two brothers. I mean, the thing about brother typewriters are awesome is if you have a part that goes wrong with one brother typewriter, you can yank it off another brother typewriter. The thing about brother typewriters is they're cool about one thing. You can yank you say you have a brother typewriter that broke, right? It has a broken piece, like a missing key. If you have another brother typewriter, you can yank it off that one and put it on the new one. I mean, the brother typewriters were neat because the ribbons were interchangeable. I don't know how actually long. I think I owned the thing for about over 5 years. I'd say maybe 5 years, 6 years now. I'm not sure. But I mean, I got so many typewriters. It's not funny. I mean, I got two brother typewriters. One I don't use. One I use for parts. I have this IBM that needs some parts, which I don't have the time and the money to get parts for that IBM yet. Used to be school. The IBM, this IBM typewriter came from the school. Still has the school stickers on it. Still says property of the school I go to. I mean, I have typewriters. I take care of them best I can. I mean, I like to use the IBM again, but I don't have the time or the money to get parts for it. I still have a typewriter. I have a brother typewriter there. Still uses floppy disks, which the floppies are worthless. But yeah, I mean, I like to get that old typewriter working again because, like I said, you can go to like Office Max, Office Depot, get a brand new brother typewriter. I think I can get. I got one over here. I can show you. That looks just like it. Now this one I'm using parts off of. Okay, this one I use parts. Okay, off this one here. Okay, now this one I'm using parts off of. Okay, this one right here I'm using parts off of. This one you can get the office store for like $120 at your local office store. Okay, now this one has a few missing parts because I'm using this one as parts for other typewriter that I use more often than See, basic typewriter. The problem is with this one is one thing, which is one thing that sucks. Man, look. I mean, I cannot. I mean, I called every single typewriter place in my tri-state area. I cannot find one person that cannot fix it. I called all my contacts. I even called a company called ATC. I even called ATC, which is a small organization that doesn't exist. I called everywhere in my tri-area, even called ATC New York, American Typewriter Association. They told me they could not fix it for me. They told me to throw it away or take a scraper and melt the sucker. And I told them, no, I'm not. Why not? It's 1926. Who cares? Excuse me, how old are you? Okay, then I think you should lose your job. I don't care if you're a monitor. I think you need to lose your job. That thing is an antique. You don't destroy it. You understand? People actually do buy these typewriters and they don't work. They use parts of them and use them for jewelry or stuff. I know a teacher actually found a little typewriter that parts were missing of it. So you took the keys off the typewriter and used it for earrings. No, she really did. Which still, that was used for something. I mean, I called everywhere in a 50-mile radius of here. I mean, in my county. I can call all the way down to Indianapolis, which is 300-mile radius. I even called down to Indianapolis. They did not have. I found 2 shops in my area, but one's the WIT, which is near Lansing, and I found another one that I'm definitely not going to because that's shooting. I'm not going to. I'm not going to that one city. I couldn't pronounce it, but yeah, I could not find nowhere in my tri-state area to fix it. I did find a few of them, but a couple of them I'm not going to be going to. Like, I did find a couple in Chicago, but I'm not going to Chicago. I did find a couple down near Indianapolis. Too far. I mean, I'll look. Thank you. If you do, good. But like I said, I'm going to have a hard time figuring a way to get this thing fixed. But if you know someone can fix it for me, and you know the price is going to be, and it's not that much to get fixed, I mean, it needs a whole restore. But if you could do it for me, then I will actually do this. If you ever do find someone who can fix it for me, this is what we'll do. Okay? You will have the hard part. I mean, I'll actually have the hard part. I actually will pay for the postage to send to your property. I'm thinking if we ever did that, I would send it to your house. Okay? I mean, I talked to the post office already about something I'm waiting to get picked up from a different country. That thing doesn't weigh that much, so it'd be in the weight limit of the U.S. Postal Service would take it. Or I would go to KZ or something, take it to FedEx UPS, and ship it to you or something like that. But first, we'll see if we can find a guy who can fix it for me. They wouldn't tell me. They would not even tell me how much it would cost to get fixed. The company the places I did call, I did call those places, but they said they do not fix stuff. They were actually rude to me. They said, we did not know how to fix, we cannot fix something that antique, they said. I did call the place in Lansing, they said, we cannot fix it for one reason, it's too risky to fix. They said we would like to, but one guy I did talk to said that they would fix it for me, but they said the age of your typewriter is too risky to fix. They told me, a couple of them told me a couple $100, which I wouldn't mind doing that much, but yeah, it's a 1926 Royal Portable typewriter. That's what it's called, okay? One guy told me about $100, a little over $100, but one guy told me that. I did talk to, I talked to one in Chicago, told me that I should, for a whole restore stuff, a couple $100, but I don't know, but if I ever get that thing fixed and actually get the thing able to get used again, that'd be nice, because that typewriter, you know what they call it a port table for? Because actually that's a version of typewriter that is portable. I mean, so yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know, a couple $100. I mean, yeah, the slider broke. There's a strap hole in the strap makes the slider move. Snapped. It was actually more of a rope, actually. That was what's wrong with it. The slider snapped. So it was a rope and it snapped. So I think that yeah. And I told them that. They told me that that's the problem, though. Which the slider was a rope, but that thing needs a whole rehaul. I mean, I have seen them on eBay, but I don't want to buy a new one. I like my one I got right now. The slider just broke. I mean, the slider broke. The rope on the slider. The slider was rope driven. Like these other typewriters I have here have gears and belts. That typewriter I was using had a rope. You know, things over almost 100 years old. The rope after using it, and it hasn't been using how many years? It has been used until I started using it again. Started using it, and then when I bought it, I got me a new ribbon with it. Got me a new ribbon. I went to the local shop I get my ribbons from, which is now gone. The shop I used to get my ribbons from was Hallmark Crown, which is now gone. There was a shop in Coldwater that Hallmark owned that I had to get my supplies from. They closed down, so I have to call now. Getting ribbons for the older typewriters, the spool ribbons is a nightmare. I have to call Kansas City to pick up my spool ribbons now, which I have to wait about a week to get. 42X Charlie A9, 40X3. Wait, that's for the Olympics ribbon. Wait, that's the Olympic ribbon. Actually, I don't know. I never actually got a chance to put a new. Wait a minute. Rick Dales. I think you think of Rick Dales, aren't you? Right, Rick Dales. If we did do something like that, you would have to I would send you the pictures of it, and you would have to send him the pictures because I don't know how to use email. I mean, someone told me that I should try calling him, but I heard they want email pictures, which I don't know how to use email. So if I did take pictures of it, I'd send you the pictures, and then you have to send him the pictures to see how much it would cost to get it fixed. Because they have to redo the whole entire thing. And I think you're thinking of Rick. Oh yeah, Rick Dales. I don't know if they do typewriters. I never actually called because my phone does long distance, but I don't know if I send you pictures and you call them or something, and you send them my pictures and stuff, and you figure out how much it would cost. Then I have to figure out how much it costs for me to ship it over to you. I mean, then what to figure out money it's going to cost to. Then I have to figure out how much it would cost to ship it over to you. And then and after that, get all fixed up. Then I have to send you money back. Then I have to send you more money. Then I have to spend money to get shipped over to you, plus money to get it fixed. And after all that's done with, then get shipped back to me. And that'd be a lot of money, but I don't know. But if we decide to do that, I'll take pictures of it, send them to you, and you can send them to him, because I heard that you need to give him an email or something. But that typewriter needs a whole redo. I mean, I have the case. Actually, it's worth money. I mean, even with the case, it means it's worth money. I mean, someone told me that my typewriter is worth money, even if the case is the way it is. It's worth money because some people don't even find their own case. Some people can't find the cases for those typewriters. I'm lucky. I mean, I'm only the. I mean. Okay. Okay, I'll send you some pictures later maybe after this live stream or something. I'll get the typewriter. Excuse me, quick. Let me get the typewriter back out so I don't forget. Yeah, but that sounds like a good idea. Let's see here. Oh, dumb shoot. I'll take pictures of it later, but not right now. I'm not going to. But I'll be taking pictures of it later. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 700. Okay, I mean, you see how much it costs. You see how much it would actually cost us actually. But you know what? Okay, so here 10 months. It's like what? Where you live right now? 7 o'clock right now. I think 7 your time. They'd be closed by now. But yeah, maybe in a bit I'll do that. Let's see how much my phone got real quick. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what I charged. But yeah, I will send pictures to you in a bit of it. I'll send you pictures of the case. Let's see. I have to send you about. Let's see here. One, two. I'll have to send you a few pictures, but the way it looks and stuff, it's fair condition. What the heck is that? Oh yeah, it's wet. I mean, it's kind of in parts, but I mean, after I'm done with this, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a few pictures in a bit. Thing is, I'll have to move the computer off the desk, put the typewriter off the bed on the desk where I have more lighting and take pictures of it. Yeah, but I mean, I will do it, but we'll talk about it maybe in a future date. I mean, maybe wait till I got tax money in, when I got taxes in, they'll do it. But thing I'm trying to figure out how much does it cost. I mean, shipping's not the hard. I mean, shipping's the easy part. Okay, the hard part is figuring out where I mean, shipping won't be a problem to do. Okay, the other thing I'm going to figure out is how much it costs to get it restored. That's what I'm more worried about. Because if I just ship it to you, it'll have a fragile stamp on it, and you know, I'm not sure how much it weighs. Actually, I'll add that too. Actually, I will actually have to do that too. I mean, I'll give you everything you need. I'll give you the weight on it too, but that doesn't weigh. It does weigh nothing. I know they weigh the weight, but it doesn't weigh that much. I say maybe 2-3 pounds, maybe. But if you see a big old box in your front doorstep, then you'll know. I mean, if we decide to do it, yeah. I mean, I think that. I mean, I have to weigh myself. Oh, well, first things first. First things first. I'll weigh myself first, and I'll weigh me holding that, so we'll know. But I'm thinking maybe 2-3 pounds, maybe 4, 5, like 4 pounds, maybe 2-3 pounds, maybe 4. But yeah, I mean, first things first. I'll give you the information stuff you need to know about it. But it's a nice. I mean, it's nice, it's cute, but it's missing some parts. But actually, I've seen pictures of them in books, in books, and I actually have something that they don't have. Well, actually, my typewriter is actually that thing's actually worth money the way it even is right now. Being the way it looks right now, it's worth money for one reason. A lot of them don't even have the. I mean, a lot of people's stuff don't even come with a case. I have a case missing the handle. That's all mine's missing. But I got pretty much everything I need with it. I don't know, 2-3 pounds. I'm thinking. Wait, I have a scale. I could. Wait, oh yeah, I have one of those analog scales in my bed. Oh yeah, I also have I'll use the analog I have in the basement. I have an analog scale, so I'll use that. But it shouldn't cost that much to get shipped. But I could ship it. I mean, shipping's the easy part. Like I said, I can ship it. The problem, I mean, I would wait to ship it like after Christmas because right now the post office right now is, busy with stuff. But maybe in a future date, ship it down there, you do all that stuff. But right now, since it's Christmas time, I wouldn't do it though. But figure how much it cost. Just to get restored is one thing. Then shipping it, I can figure out how much it costs to get shipped there because I'm just trying to figure it out though. If I do it, they're gonna put peanuts in it. Most likely, gonna have to. Maybe I'll use UPS or FedEx, or use the postal service. Either way, if I do it, we're gonna make sure to put fragile stickers on it. It's not fragile, but it's an antique, so fragile means antique. The thing I'm trying to figure out if I do it, I mean, I have shipped some stuff. Well, first things first, see how much it weighs first, then find out. Because I don't know where the nearest FedEx office is around here. I know we got a few UPS offices around here, but. And the Postal Service does do the same thing. I mean, they actually do that too. I don't know. Like I said, I might do that too as well. That might work too. What the heck is going on with that? Oh, there we go. So I think the counter is like sticking counter. What's my zip code? That's my zip code. That's my zip code. Because I don't know. But I know my postal service could do it. I know my post office could do it. Because I got a P.O. box there. And thing is, though, with my P.O. box, something that big won't fit in it. So I would have to get it out of. I would get an orange slip from the post office saying I have to go in the back and get it. Which someone actually sent me something a while back. I had to get an orange slip to get it. But an orange slip's all right. I mean, if you get an orange slip in your P.O. box, that means you have to get it from the back. Which you show them your orange slip and then tell you where it is. Then you get to sign your name and then you get it back. I mean, it's not that bad. Just that big heavy. I mean, if it's a package over a certain amount of weight, you actually have to send it physically. I mean, if I even do it, I physically have to go to the post office and physically, give it to them. But I don't think I weigh that much. I mean, well, actually, wait a minute. Oh yeah, we do have that too. Not much. I was going to get my Christmas card. Not much, Star Wars. You got my Christmas card? Did I got you? Nothing. I'm talking about I have this antique typewriter. I like to get restored, and maybe trying to find a place I can get fixed at. I mean, I called over in my tri-area to get fixed, and can't happen. I mean, I called everywhere I could think of, and one person was an idiot. Told me to scrap the sucker. This thing's almost 100 years old. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it. I have people from. I can't believe I have someone from. I can't believe it though. I got some people from Vegas. I got some people from. Hey, make sure if you. What the heck? I say, can you listen, guys? Hey, make sure if you ship it, make sure you. No, ribbons, I can get the ribbons. Ribbons are easy. Ribbons I can get. Repairing it's the pain in the butt. I mean, I can get ribbons. Ribbons is not the problem. Getting repairs is the problem. Hey, man, if you do ship it, make sure you get a signature required. Okay, I'll make sure of that. I mean, no, ribbons, I can get the ribbons. Ribbons are fine, Sir Wallace. I can get ribbons pretty easy, Sir Wallace. I have ways to get my ribbons. And just getting parts for this. I have to get this one thing repaired. But the thing is, though, I like the stuff that you give me, Sir Wallace. It was kind of surprising. And, yeah, I mean, some people are actually kind of surprised that you. I mean, like I said, I can get the parts from. It's just that getting it repaired is not easy. I mean, I can get replacement parts from. That's easy. But getting repaired, no. No, not really. It counts on what kind of ribbon you need. I mean, there is this, if it's like the cartridge ones for it counts what kind of ribbons you're talking about. Okay, I'm going to be going off in a bit. But, okay, it counts what kind of ribbons you need. Like if you need the cartridge ribbons, like, the ones I have problem are getting of this. Well, it counts on what kind of ribbons. If you need the spool ones, you have to call, if you need the cartridge ribbons like the electric ones use, those are easy to get. You just call to your local office or get them. But if you need spool ribbons, you have to call Kansas City to get those. You have to call Kansas City to pick up those. You have to call Kansas City, Missouri to get those. And I get ribbons from a supplier. If you need spool ribbons. Okay, now if you do need spool ribbons. Okay, but if you need spool ribbons, spool ones, call this. I'm gonna write down. Here's the number you guys would call if you need spool ribbons. Call this number. 86. This is the number I call my spool ribbons. But you have to be specific on what you want. They do take money orders and checks. I have used them before, and when I got ribbons a few years ago, it took me about a week to get them. So this right here is where you get the. Here's that number. Here's a number in Kansas City to get the spool ribbons you need. If you need spool ribbons, and you know what kind you need, that's the phone number I usually call to get my spool ribbons. You should give them about a little over a week to get them. I mean, I had to get spool ribbons. I mean, the more you buy, the cheaper the price goes up. You know, the more you buy, cheaper it goes. But that's where I usually get my ribbons at. Yeah, but first, I don't think they also have a website, but I usually call them in. But for ribbons, it depends on what ribbons you need. I mean, like, it depends on how many ribbons you get. I mean, the more ribbons you buy, the cheaper it gets. The ribbons, it depends. Like I said, the cartridge ribbons, you get 2 for $11 at the office store. Spool ribbons is the part, it's kind of tricky. It depends on the ribbon. And I mean, that's the worst part, though. Spool ribbons are kind of hard to tell you about because the spool ribbon is the worst part to talk about because there's over a gazillion different designs of spool ribbons. And they go, I mean, it depends on what kind of ribbon you get. I mean, when I do it, I see how much it costs. I mean, I go online to the website this guy has. I don't know what the website is, but yeah, I don't actually know. But it depends on the typewriter you use. Depends on the ribbon you use. Depends on the brand. I mean, it's a gazillion thing. It's kind of like buying tires for a car. I mean. For the Royal, for the old Royal, I never had a ribbon for it. Okay, the only ribbon I actually did buy recently, the only time I bought ribbons was for this typewriter over here. Okay, that one, and those ribbons were quite pricey. But those, I got 6 of those ribbons, and that cost me about $60. And I got like 6 or 8 ribbons for that thing, and I'm on my last ribbon now. But that was like I said, that was over 5 years ago, so I don't remember. I don't remember what the name of that website was, but it's pretty easy because it's based in Kansas City, Missouri. You type in the ribbon you want, and most likely the website that I went onto will pop up most likely with that phone number I have on the top chat right there. And you type in what kind of typewriter you have, the type ribbon you need, the code word and stuff. You write it down and do some other stuff to figure out how much it costs you. But the thing is, you get them in like a week. Spool ribbons are easy. Spool ribbons, that's how you get them. The problem about spool ribbons are reloading. The problem I have with spool ribbons is put them back in the machine. That's a pain in the butt. But anyone can get their hands on typewriter ribbons. People say go on Amazon, but I don't go on. Someone did tell me I can always go on Amazon and get the ribbons, but I don't trust Amazon. Some things like Amazon, I don't trust, okay? Some things that I need, like parts and stuff for typewriters, I do not trust. No offense to Amazon, no offense to eBay, but some parts that I need, I actually like to physically call the place, okay? I never think it's Amazon, it's just that something. Yeah, they do. I know they do have ribbons on Amazon, but I actually prefer calling the actual person, so I don't yell at the computer to find out that I made a mistake or they made a mistake. I prefer calling the place. Okay. Thing is though, there is one part I did this one typewriter I loved having. It was one of the earlier electric typewriters. I had to get rid of it though because the belt snapped on it. Yeah, trying to find a belt for that wasn't easy. And this one typewriter I had, Amazon didn't even exist yet. There's a belt I had on this one typewriter. It snapped. I actually did find a belt for it on the internet, eBay, $30. I said, forget this. I just took the ribbon. I took the ribbon out of it. Okay, this thing would cost too much to replace. I couldn't get a new belt for it, so I took the ribbon out of it, kept the ribbon, tossed that big old hunk of junk in the trash. But I only do that if I can't find parts for the typewriters. Like that one, I'm not throwing away because it's an antique. But the first typewriter, I did have a few. I'm no picky in the brands of typewriters I use. First typewriter I used, I couldn't find one. Could not find a new belt. I called a couple people. I called a couple places that do printers. And called a couple places and asked about them. I got laughed at so hard it wasn't funny. So that typewriter, I took the ink tray out, took it to a scrapyard, and took it to a shop, and they told me a new belt. They couldn't find it. They couldn't give me a new belt. The belt that I needed was stopped getting made 20 years ago. I mean, they couldn't find one. I mean, I called the store that actually makes belts or stuff. That belt that they actually looked at is the belt you need. You can get one. Really? Where? You need to go back like 20 years. They stopped making that belt 20 years ago, they said. And they're saying you're not the only person looking for those belts. Those belts are like impossible to find. They tell me you can get one custom made, but that'll take a few months. Which I didn't have that kind of time. I mean, that typewriter I used that belt is long gone. It's gone. I sold it for metal. Because that belt, I couldn't find the belt for it, so that belt, the typewriter's gone. And the thing about those typewriters I did not know about the time is, though, actually, when I threw it away, I found a nice little piece of paper fell out of it that said, warning, and I was reading it and thought, I'm glad I threw it away. Because it says, I did not know this, but there's a warning label on the bottom of the case the typewriter's in I did not know about. Warning, do not leave typewriter plugged in overnight. I never do. I never leave my typewriter plugged in overnight. It said it may cause fire if left plugged in when not in use. It said warning, and also warning. It's warning. Belt might. The fun thing is though, warning said please be careful when typing. Belt might explode. My belt, and also on the label said warning, caution. Belt might snap. Please keep tray closed at all times. Okay, I'm glad. That's maybe another good reason why I'm glad I got rid of it. Dude, do you make custom belts? No, he told me the guy told me that you make them. That was like I said, that typewriter I had over 3 years. I mean, I haven't used that typewriter. I got rid of that typewriter a while back. I mean, I have good time with typewriters. Just that a couple typewriters I had. The first typewriter I ever had was an old one, piece of crap made in China. There was holes in the ribbon. Second typewriter I had exploded. No, it literally exploded in my face. Got a nice big bruise right here for about 2 weeks. I mean, that was a cheap one too, but second typewriter I bought, I said, okay, this one explodes. I'm done with typewriters. Second typewriter I bought didn't explode. It actually stayed together. It wasn't funny when it exploded, okay? It wasn't funny. Yeah, going to the hospital wasn't funny. I don't know how I exploded. Okay, I don't know. Actually, that's what we're trying to. That's what I try to find out. It was the first electric typewriter I ever bought. I bought it from Goodwill and Niles, and I don't know. I mean, okay, now it was when I lived in a real small apartment. Okay, now, the typewriter was in the living room. Okay, and it was next to a sliding glass door. And I don't know, was it summer or winter time? It was I think it was maybe spring. Door was open outside. It was a little wet. I was taking a break, went to the bathroom, got me a drink, water or something. Had some paper right there. Put a new piece of paper in there, started rolling it up, started typing on it. Then I looked for a pencil. Found my pencil, picked it back up, put it back on the paper. Then I heard someone said it said air on the screen, which okay. And then it went kaboom. Like 2 keys hit me right here in the chin. I started screaming and stuff, and my mom said, "What the happened?" And we don't even know how that happened. I heard when Mom unplugged it and said, "What? I asked, can we go to the hospital?" I said, "Why?" And we went to the hospital, found out that, yeah, I'm glad it was, 2 keys hit me real hard right here. I'm glad it was keys. Ooh, I know that feels too. But at least a microwave is safe. It blows up safely. I mean, I know this friend of mine actually blows up microwaves. There's some companies actually blow up microwaves for a living. But I know how you feel. I mean, question, was it a digital one or was it one of those knob ones? The knob ones with the little ding. Those do was about $600 mean, it counts on how much your microwave does. You have to really be worried about, okay? Because the microwave can actually blow a fuse. We found that out one time. I was doing my. So that's one thing you do not do is put tinfoil in a microwave. Because that's not smart. You should do what a friend of mine actually wanted a radio. He had this old microwave transmitter, because that's how microwaves use radio waves. He yanked out a microwave Magnetron makes microwaves. He did something to it, turned it into a radio transmitter. Transmitted a pirate radio for like 5 minutes before he thought the FCC would catch him. And it worked for about 5 minutes. I think he told me it worked, or he made a refrigerator. I forget how he did it though, but it worked. But you don't put tinfoil in the microwave. That's just stupid. Also, you don't put dry ice in the microwave either. Don't worry, I'm guilty too. I mean, when you're younger, and yeah. Thing is, though, I know how you feel. I did that one time too myself. One time I did that too, put tinfoil in the microwave by mistake. But use a great. I mean, the thing is, though, people don't understand though about the microwaves. They have the button you push to shut it. Is smart because those are locked. They can't hurt you. Oh, that pressure? Okay. Well, I have this friend. As long as you weren't. I mean, you gotta think of the way things work. Yeah, but counts on what kind of microwave it was too. But like I said, I mean, now, yeah, and third typewriter I got was an air typewriter. It was a Smith Corona. That type worked out perfectly. No problems with it. So, I mean, I usually stick with certain brands, okay? But it's right. Smith Corona had that for years. Then my my niece wanted it, needed a typewriter, so I gave it to her back because I couldn't afford a computer. I gave her that, and she actually passed typing class now because of me. If you do something that's if you do that again, you have two choices. If you're gonna handcuff yourself to an appliance, if you could do something like that, you have two choices. Okay, you want to have the two options: bolt cutters or a hacksaw. Okay. Well, that's what I use: a hacksaw or bolt cutters. But yeah, I mean, I only use certain kinds. I use Smith Coronas, Brothers, Royals, and that's the only three I used to use. Then I started using IBM. I now use IBM, and I have an air typewriter on my porch called Olympic. But the Olympic is a cursive one, and I don't use that much because the ribbon out of fat though. Yeah, that's true. Yes, this is true. I mean, I can believe that. I mean, I have some relatives that do some crazy stuff, okay? Trust me, some of my relatives are nuts. Thank you. Did not think that either. Yeah. Handcuffs would. But if you want to get a workout, use a hacksaw, okay? So yeah, if you want to do a workout, use a hacksaw. But if you need to break the chain in the middle, bolt cutters usually works. But the thing I'd be hard for me to do is where the top part is the bolt cutter. I mean, bolt cutters will break chains. Okay, I know that for a fact. Some idiot tried chaining. Some friend of mine tried chaining up his car. I mean, some person didn't like the way this friend of mine. Ooh. Yeah. A friend of mine owns his car. It squeals a lot. This guy hated his car squealing so he put something illegal. He put a boot on his car. Okay. Thing is though, the guy who put the boot on his car didn't like to say his car looked. One, you don't put a boot on a car because the car looks ugly, and two, you don't boot a car that belongs to a cop. This guy booted a police car. Okay, okay, this was a Chevy. I don't know if you call it. I don't know if it was. Looks like a Malibu, or you guys call it a CPV or something like that. This guy bolted a boot to it. Okay, it was unmarked squad car. Yeah, it was unmarked. It was a Chevy. I think you guys call it an Impala, Malibu, or one of those Chevy CCPs or something. One of those kind of cars. Yeah, this guy booted it. Cop gets ready to go to work. Some communities, like Indiana, you can actually drive your police car home to your house. Some states like Indiana and some other states do that. This guy it was brand new. The only reason you can tell it was a police car is because it had a police plate. This guy didn't know about that. You know what this cop did? Cop said, "What the heck?" Cop goes to his garage, gets I don't know how the cop actually had it's surprising though the cop actually had the tool in his garage to get rid of the boot. This guy's in the way the car looked. The cop went to his garage, got a tool, removed the boot, took it off first put gloves on before I took off the boot, took gloves on. First put gloves on, took the boot off with his tool, put the boot. Yeah, well, I don't know. This cop had a tool or something to remove it while destroying it. Had some evidence bags back to his car. He actually put it in a box, wrote evidence on it, took it to the police department, dusted for prints, found out who put it on there, went back over there in a marked cruiser. Then he said, "Hey, can I borrow?" Then he asked if he could borrow a marked cruiser. Go over there with a marked cruiser with an air police officer and get him and arrested him. No, you can't boot. No, I never booted a car. No, we don't have those. We don't have those where I live. Especially you don't boot. So this guy got a nice little ticket. He got charged with. I don't know what. Well, this guy got charged. Yeah, the cop found out who did it. This guy got a ticket for destruction of police property. This guy got 3 tickets, which I thought was pretty funny. The guy got a ticket for destroying police for holding police. I don't know why he did that. Yeah, but this is funny though what this guy did. Okay, this guy got a ticket for destruction of police property, destruction of holding. This guy got 3 charges on him, which I thought was funny. Got a ticket for destruction of police property, holding up city property, okay, and also a ticket for damage, and also for locking in, and some other charge by locking in state property, locking in government property. This guy got nice. Guy said, "I can do whatever I want. This guy went to jail and found out that he was the next tow truck driver. He said, "If I don't like a car, I boot it." Oh, thank you. That helps us out a lot. So wait, because that guy should have never said that because the past few weeks they're having that problem lately. Yeah, and one thing I thought was real stupid, real funny is they actually have pictures of him, other cars he must have booted. How do you boot a Koenigsegg? Okay, how do you boot a Koenigsegg? Okay, a Koenigsegg, okay, it's a Swedish car. Okay, Koenigsegg, I think it's pronounced. Koenigsegg, yeah. How do you boot a Koenigsegg, huh? That is one of the fastest cars in the world. Before Bugatti Veyron came out, there was something called a Koenigsegg. That was the fastest car ever built. No, really, it was. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, though, I mean, I just looking. You can. I mean, people who boot cars, if your car doesn't get booted, you cannot remove the boot for 24 hours. Actually, some states, like for example, I did look at one state that you can, if your car gets booted, they can't remove the boot for 24 hours. I found that out. Some states you can't remove it, which I thought was pretty neat. But this guy, like I said, got a nice little ticket. Yeah, because you don't boot. You can't do that. That's stupid. Who would boot first of all, booting a police car is stupid. This guy actually got a nice little surprise too. Thing is though, he didn't only boot he also booted someone else's car you don't boot. I don't know what city this was, but he also booted the mayor's car, which was a Lincoln Town car. A few weeks prior to that. Oh, and this is the funny. You know what the stupidest thing was? I mean, some parts of Vegas they might boot cars, but this is the funniest thing, though. Okay, a month prior to that, before he got arrested, he booted a judge's car for no reason. Yeah. So after they found out he booted the mayor's car and booted one of the judges' cars, he got a nice little surprise. He got life in prison for doing that. Yeah. One, you don't say you boot any car you feel like booting, because that would get you a big trouble. But I'm telling you right there, that guy got life in prison. I don't know where it was at, but this guy got life in prison because you're booted. The thing is, though, the mayor didn't own the car. Okay, the mayor doesn't. I mean, yeah, think here though, the mayor doesn't own a car. The mayor of the town that they're in doesn't own a car. Okay, he couldn't afford a car, so the city literally bought him a car. I mean, thing is, so technically, he booted something that wasn't even the mayor's car. I mean, some cities I know do that. Like the mayor didn't even have a car. The mayor had a car, but it was a piece of junk. No, the mayor didn't even have a car. Okay, the mayor didn't even have a car, so the city actually bought him that Lincoln Town car. Yeah, the guy was too. No, the car the mayor was driving, the city actually owned. Actually, the mayor didn't even have a car, so the city actually bought him a Lincoln Town car to drive around in. You understand this? Actually, the funny thing is, though, the city actually owned the car. Had city plate, and the thing was, the plates were on it with city plates. I mean, you gotta think, the city actually bought the mayor the car because the mayor couldn't afford it. The mayor didn't have enough. People were surprised the mayor didn't buy a car because the mayor must put most of his money into keeping the city good. Yeah, he got life in prison for doing that because you don't. Besides booting two city cars, that's against. Besides, you gotta think, he booted two city cars. He booted a police car, and the mayor's car wasn't actually the mayor's car. It was a city car the mayor was using. I mean, yeah, you don't. I mean, booting. Cause you know that if you hit, like for example, I do know if you steal a police car, you can get 10 years in prison. But you gotta think, this guy got in there charged for locking up city property. So that's also the reason why he went to jail for. But you gotta think, the mayor didn't even own the car. Okay, the city give the mayor that car to use because he didn't have a car. I mean, that I would love to live in that city though. Think of it though. The mayor got a car. The city paid. Thing was, the city got the mayor a car, which I thought was pretty neat. But that guy did get prison because, like I said, the car the mayor was driving wasn't his. Like I said, it was a city car. The car had city plates on there. I mean, you gotta think, police cars have, those. I mean, in Michigan, they have these plates that say something on the bottom of them. They have like codes and then an X, then some other stuff on it. And then it says on the bottom it says something else. Some states have them, like our state has it. Yeah, but yeah, he got life in prison he got 4 charges, and they're all government charges. Which you gotta think, you be careful. First, he got 3 charges for booting that police car. Then he got another charge for booting up a city car. I mean, besides booting a judge's car too. Yeah, well, the judge owns something I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, what the judge owned, okay, was stupid, okay, because the judge was driving in his 50s. Who did it? But the judge owned a Geo Metro. Okay, the judge who booted owned a 93 Geo Metro. Okay, and the Geo Metro is an ugly car. Okay, I agree, but you don't boot a Geo Metro. Yeah, but the guy that went to prison, yeah, he's like 50 years old. Yeah, which that guy was an idiot. Please, if you're gonna boot something, boot a lemon. He must have nothing to do, or he must have wanted to be pissing off a lot of people. Because that's one thing, you don't boot a police. Like I said, he booted 2 government vehicles. Got 3 charges for booting up the police car, and he got charged in for booting up the mayor's car, which, like I said, the mayor doesn't own it. The city owned it, but the city bombed the car because he didn't have a car. But if I had nothing to do, if I had nothing to do, I wouldn't boot a car. I maybe do something stupid, but I wouldn't boot a car. I would do something more. Come on, do a train sit. Trust me, I was dying from laughter too when I heard about this story on the news. But I could not believe that. And that happened, which I thought, yeah, then a few days before that news story actually went on, my friend told me about it because he lives in the town it happened in. Tell him you told me you're bullising me. Nope. He said, hey, when it comes out on the news, I will actually send you a video of it. He sent me the video of it. I thought, no, this is all fake. You made this yourself. He said, nope, this is real. I could not believe. I lost the video, though. I misplaced the video when he sent me it. I actually misplaced it. Because if I could find it, I would send you the video, but I misplaced the video when he sent me it. But I thought that was just hilarious, because who would boot that? I mean, that's typical around her. Wow. Something like that happened too recently around. Something like that happened around here 2 weeks ago. Wait, dude. Something like that happened here something like that happened here last month. It wasn't cows. It was pigs. Not kidding. I mean, there's a pig farm one of the high schools that station in Minden, Michigan, which is like 15 miles up the road from here. Their high school lives not far from Piggery, not far from a pig farm, maybe a couple yards from a pig farm. Thing is, though, they don't know how the pigs got there. That's what they're trying to find out. Because there's like a dip. I don't know. I couldn't actually get the. They actually trying to figure out how the pigs got over there, because between the pig farm and the high school, there's a dip. Okay, dip. That would not make me happy, but yeah. 2 or 3, I don't know, 2, I don't know, 5, 10, they don't actually know, like 5 or 10 pigs. But there's like a real deep valley between the pig farm and the high school, and there's a few fences, so they don't even know how the pigs got from the farm through that valley into the school's property. They're trying to find out. Yeah, 2 people were doing, that was last month, I think. These guys were walking the track, next thing they said, I think I need to take a nap. Why? I'm saying pigs. No, you're not. If you're seeing pigs, they'd be flying. Okay, then why? And the funny thing is, though, oh, wow. The principal, actually, I know the principal of the school, Minden, he owns a small truck. And, people leave the bed down to get air resistant. There was 2 pigs hopping in the back of his truck. And I could not believe that. But the mayor didn't, the school principal didn't know. The kids ran into the school. The principal saying, no running. Yeah, what did you order? Did you order bacon? What do you mean? I didn't order bacon. Well, you have some fresh bacon in the back of your truck. You guys know that senior prank time is not this time of year yet? No, there's only pigs in your truck. He said, principal said you're full of it. So principal said, you guys are going to get it. We didn't put them in there. You didn't know. We were on the track walking. We just saw pigs and thought we'd tell you. Their pigs it was live pigs, okay? Live pigs. That's how fresh it was. The pigs literally hopped. I mean, the principal, I'm the principal of the school, he drives a little truck, a truck, has the bed down to get air full. 2 pigs literally hopped in the back of his truck. The kids, I mean, where this school's a middle high school mixed. Walked over there, told the principal, hey, you got some fresh bacon in the back of your truck. And these pigs were like, there's 2 pigs. What do you mean? And said, at least it's not rams. Yeah, at least it's not rams. Where the principal lives is, that's how the county is real. Actually, yeah, that's how fresh the bacon was. Actually, I know someone that knows a celebrity's mother. This is kind of a secret. I kind of know about something that I'm not supposed to say much about. But I have a relative that actually knows a relative's mother. I mean, how did the no one exploded. Not as how. Okay, that's different. Are you sure you're not living in a place that sounds like Vegas is now turning into a? Are you sure Vegas is still a good place to live in? Because it sounded like Pitcher, Oklahoma to me. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it sounded like Centralia. Well, sorry. I mean, it's starting now to sound like Centralia, Oklahoma. I mean, Centralia, Pennsylvania to me. It sounds like Vegas is turning to Centralia, Pennsylvania to me. Are you sure Vegas is still? I know. Please. It sounds like it's turning to Pitcher. It sounds like it's turning to Centralia, Oklahoma, Centralia, Pennsylvania to me. I know it's a lie. That's surprising, though. That's surprising, real surprising, though. I mean, where I live, the relative, have you ever seen those Power movies? Because what if I told you that there was a celebrity that lived where I used to live? A certain celebrity who was in those Power movies actually lived where. Actually, that happened one time in Michigan, one time there too. Actually, one time a milk truck. I don't know how it happened though, but it didn't actually explode. The milk driver didn't actually shut the door, didn't lock it properly. And one time the truck went over this big bump in this one town, and tons of milk cars fell and exploded over the road. It did happen here in Michigan one time. That's about it. The truck's sitting there just going kaboom. That's different. But a milk truck is exploding in Vegas. The only thing that surprised me in Vegas is that there's no mail carriers. I mean, the only thing that surprised me in Vegas is that you have no more mail carriers living in Vegas. Yeah, but actually, that's kind of surprising, though. I mean, I'm going to do that in a bit, but like I said, I actually knew a celebrity, Vern Troy, who played Mini-Me. I didn't actually know him, but I knew his mother. Because my aunt worked with his mother for a number of years before she stopped working at the factory she worked at. There's rumors that, and Vern Troy is actually from my county, actually. If you look him up, you'll see that he is from my county. He was born in Sturgis. He went to school in Centerville, and Centerville's and that's around here. So, yeah, I know that was awesome. And I did find something pretty funny though recently. I found an old autograph of Ryan Newman's. Also, I actually met Ryan Newman before 20 years ago. Thing is though, I actually met Ryan Newman over 20 years ago. But trying to figure out how I met him 20 years ago. Well, thing is though, he lived in Indiana at the time. I don't know. My aunt still talks to her. I'm not really sure. I actually only met her one time, but that was a few years ago. I don't know if my aunt still talks to her. I don't know. I only met her one time, and that was it. I don't know if she's. I mean, I do heard that they did bury him at the cemetery in Colon, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Or they buried him somewhere in a discreet location. I don't actually know where they buried him at. But I think she still talks to her. I'm not sure. They did say, though, that after the first movie, that's what happened. He started drinking, and it maybe got him. That's how he died. But I'm not sure if she still talks to her. But I was surprised to find out he lived here. My grandfather went to high school with a music star. What are you doing? Ooh. We'll take a look at that later. Just video later out. I'll take a look at just video later. Yeah, well, I don't know if they do or not, but okay, Jeff. I'll look at your video in a minute, Jeff. Jeff Favi. Jeff Faviano just sent in our video. Looks like he's driving a Peterbilt today, which I'll be watching that in a minute after we're done with this. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty neat to find out that. But yeah, my grandfather actually went to high school with a celebrity. I don't know what somebody's name is right now. I can't think of his name. But went to high school with him. And the celebrity was from Niles, Michigan, like my grandfather's from. And he went to high school. I mean, surprising that we have a lot of celebrities that live here in Michigan. I mean, you got a couple celebrities in Vegas. I mean, like, for example, Ghostbusters, the original, the black one. He's not far from here. He's actually from Benton Harbor, Michigan, which is not far from here. And a couple other celebrities are from Michigan. What's her name? I can't think of her name right now. Madonna? Yeah. Even Madonna's from Michigan too. She's from Bay City, Michigan, which I've been to Bay City. It's lovely. It's a nice little community. I mean, we got a lot of celebrities that are from here, Michigan here. I'm not kidding. A lot of celebrities. One of these days I should do a video on that, but I don't know. Like Tim Allen. He's from Michigan. He's actually not Tim Allen. Actually, we have something in common. Guess what we actually have that Florida doesn't? We have actually, according to a map, I was looking at the geographic. If you compare us to Florida, the state of Florida, the Keys, everything, we have more coastline than Florida has. Okay, you combine the Keys of Florida, the peninsula of Florida, and the Keys of Florida. Michigan has more coastline than the Keys of Florida altogether. Not kidding. One time I always went want to visit, and guess what? We actually have San Francisco in Michigan. Actually, I'm not kidding. I always went to San Francisco. Now I do not want to go there now because I found out why. Because Michigan, there's this place in Michigan called Mackinac Island. Makes the best fudge ever. Okay. There's no vehicles on the island at all. Nothing that runs on engines are on the island. Horses only. Horses, bicycles, a couple scooters, maybe one or two scooters. The other thing else that uses gasoline engines is the ambulance. Only a couple vehicles are on the island, which, police, fire, an ambulance, and that's about it. No other vehicles are on the island. Anything else uses the engine, maybe a couple forklifts are on the island, but that's it. Not a lot of engines are on the island. Yeah, I mean, according to our family records, we've been in Michigan since the 1860s. Yeah, according to family records that I have found out, we've been living in Michigan since the 1860s, actually. The first person that moved to first town we moved into was Dowagiac, Michigan. Actually, one of my relatives actually founded the city of Dowagiac. So actually, our last name is actually on a road in Dowagiac. Actually, my last name isn't, but technically it is. One of our last names is actually... Yeah, so yeah, a good chunk of our family was born in Michigan. Grandma wasn't. Grandma was born in Georgia, but Grandpa was born in Michigan. My mother was born in Michigan. So yeah, I mean, I'm from Michigan. I mean, I'm full-blooded in Michigan. The thing is, though, there is something you know, though. If you live in Michigan or live anywhere that gets a lot of snow, you're fine. But you moved, I mean, no offense, but I actually know a person that moved from... Well, there's some hills in Mackinac Island, Michigan. Those hills are tall. And I was surprised to see how tall those hills were. And I mean, I have seen horses. I mean, those hills are like, those hills are just like, I say, just like, some of those hills are big. I'm not kidding. Some of those hills are big in Mackinac Island. And now I don't work with San Francisco. I was thinking about going there, but since those hills are Mackinac Island, I think, Actually, it's funny though. There's this place called the Grand Hotel. $10 just to get on the property, okay? It has one of the longest balconies in history. Thing is, though, there's a speed trap there. Okay, you can go. There's bicycles there. Most bicycles on the island have to have a speedometer on them because the top speed of the road is 25 miles an hour. He told me that there's some times guys that go don't actually go try to pedal go faster, and you will actually get a ticket for going past the speed limit. The speed limit is 25 miles an hour. That's it. The only things that go faster than that is the fire engine and the ambulance and the police car. But there's usually a state trooper over. I mean, there's usually a cop. I mean, yeah, I've been to Detroit. I prefer going to Chicago. I've been outside Detroit, but Detroit's all right. But I prefer being on this side on the west side of the state. Not all things happen on this side of the state as you think. Wow, it's already 11:13 my time. Wow, but yeah. But like I said, it comes where you live. If you live like where I'm living, it's quiet, it's calm. Not much happens over here. I mean, a couple of fires, you heard that fire earlier, but not really much happens over here in this part of the state. In Detroit, yeah, a lot of crap's been happening lately in Detroit. Same thing in Chicago, but I like to live in the middle of it. There's 1,000 things that happen in this state, but after a while, you get used to it. Like I said, I'm going to take the pictures tomorrow. I mean, after this, I'm going to go to bed, but I'll take the pictures tomorrow morning, okay, when I wake up. And I'll send them to you, then worry about a future date. Yeah, it counts on the part of Detroit you live in. It's dangerous, yeah. I mean, where I was in a community called Romulus near the airport. It wasn't it wasn't actually dangerous, but it was all right. It counts where you live in Detroit. It's dangerous. My aunt, she was a nut. Okay, this aunt of mine, it's a nut. I want to build a church. God told me. Okay, now I'm not trying to be disrespectful to her, but she said God told me to build a church. Okay, build a church where? Detroit. And we're thinking, okay, you're losing it. No, God told me to build a church in Detroit. So she went to Detroit, built a church, stayed there for a few years. We told her to move back to over here. She finally did. And we're glad she moved back over here because now we'll have to travel 3 hours to see her. I mean, it's a lot better now. We have to drive 3 hours to see her. I mean, we have to just go 2 hours. We still don't live that far. We live closer to her now, but still, it's better than where she used to live. Because Detroit, no offense to Detroit, it's just that Detroit has some. It's where the housing market in Detroit's more is actually one of the most expensive places. I mean, there's some places in Detroit you can buy for $1, but they cost too much money to get fixed. I mean, still, if I was going to build something, I'd build it maybe around here. I mean, build something maybe in Kalamazoo, which is like 40 miles from here, but that's about it. But, you know, I mean, if I was going to build something, I'd build something, but if I was going to build a church, I may build a few towns over, but not 3 hours away, because where I used to live was 3 hours away. Darn, I have to do that later. It was like 3 hours away from here, but, you know, but yeah, Indiana's real nice. Actually, the thing is, though, Michigan and Indiana, the housing market in Indiana and Michigan are practically the cheapest houses in the Union. I mean, Michigan and Indiana have the cheapest houses in the Union. I mean, if you wanted to save money or move somewhere to make money, I mean, Michigan's not a really good place. I mean, there's been a lot of places closing down in Michigan, but still, Michigan's a good place to live. The thing is, screw you up, I bet it's the time change. Jumping ahead 3 hours. That's what screw you up. I bet screw me. I mean, I have relatives live in the Arizona area, and I told them I wouldn't mind coming over, but me and my mother would be screwed up. And they're saying, no, you wouldn't. Time change? Oh, yeah. And they say, oh, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, because me and my mom wake up pretty early, just that time change will screw us up. Right? If they call them, the time change will screw us up pretty bad. We wouldn't be able to. I mean, he was going to Chicago. Took me about. I mean, we went to Chicago for a day or two, and yeah. I know you told me, and it's bright. But like I said, here in Michigan, I mean, you can get an apartment here in Michigan, which, like I said, $375, $400 a month. Trust me, I know $1,800. You told me. I can actually say you want to know something? I can say you $400 right the bat, right there. You want to spend that much money? You can go. I know a place you can say. $400. Move to Chicago. If you want to spend that much money, go to Chicago. And there's apartments in Chicago. It costs $1,400 and up to $2,000 a month. If you want to spend your money around here, move to Chicago. Or, I mean, I can do a lot of stuff with that money. But the thing is, though, if you were to move somewhere, move to Michigan, because there's a lot of houses over here in our area that's pretty cheap. I mean, there's a few houses in Kalamazoo for sale. There's actually a few houses in my neighborhood for sale right now. Man, there's a couple of houses down the road from where I live that are for sale. There's even a few houses in my street for sale. I mean, not much. I mean, there's crime on the street I live on, but it counts as part of the street you live on. You live in my side of the street, my side of people classify it as I own a territory. Well, technically the territory I own is a big piece of territory that's safe, but wow, you can get a place here. You can get an apartment here in Michigan for $375 to. You can get an apartment here for like $500. You can get an apartment here for like $500 a month. Under that, I mean, you can even get a house here. You can buy a house over here, and you have a house payment. You can pay a house payment for $500 a month here. I mean, some house payments are like $500 a month here, $400 a month. How much does it? It depends. I don't know. They don't put the sale prices on actually that much. I mean, there's a few houses around here for sale. There's like a house near my diner. It's going up for sale real soon. I don't know what's going to go up for sale yet, but there's different type of houses around here. Some are for sale, some are not. But I mean, there's a lot of houses that are around my area for sale. I mean, there's a house near I'm not really sure. They don't tell the prices up there. They call. Somebody's bought this one house. It's been for sale for about 3 years now. Somebody's bought this house, and right now is remodeling it. And that house is quite expensive. That much now. I mean, there's houses all over my area I live at are for sale. But I mean, they're not that. I mean, our house is under $60,000. We bought our house for under $60,000. This house was for $60,000. We're talking down to $55,000 to buy the house. We took down $5,000 for the house, but they helped us out. I mean, practically, I can build. But I mean, if I wanted to, I could put a house on my property if I wanted to and charge rent if I wanted to. I don't know the price. Some houses. I mean, I think there's maybe 2 houses left on the street for sale at least, but I don't really know. And it's part of the town. It's part of the street I usually don't go over that much. I mean, go to Zillow or something. Type in my city I live in. You can find a few houses for a decent price. I mean, Centerville, there's a lot of houses around here. Sure. Actually, there's a few houses in Colon, Michigan, which is on the side of the county. Those houses are for sale, and they're next in their beach property. But I can always check it out for it. Maybe if I get a chance to, I'll check it out. But who knows? Okay, I know. I'll see what I can do. But some of the houses that I've been seeing are for sale by owner, so I don't know. If it's not going to be that bad, I might do it, but if it's too bad, I can't do it. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get ready to go to bed, so I'll do that for you. Tomorrow morning, I'll take the pictures of the typewriter and send them to you, so I'm going to go off now, Okay. Okay. Here's the city's name and zip code. 3 Rivers, Michigan, 49093. Okay, you can take a look, but so since it's getting late, I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed. So like I said, I'll send you the pictures of the typewriter tomorrow. So I'll see you later then. Okay, so yeah, I'm going off now. So bye. I'm OFF. Oh crap! I want to push that button. Cancel that.